Another way we can figure out where the graph of a parabola goes is, of course, using a table of values. We're still going to use the vertex method to figure out where our vertex is. We want to be plotting values close to the vertex so that we know that the bit of graph that we're plotting here is actually on the grid. So we figure out where this bracket here, this set of parentheses, goes to 0. This value, this whole bracket will be a 0 when my x value is 4. So I know that the x coordinate of my vertex is 4. When x is 4, this whole bracket is 0. 0 squared is 0, negative 0, plus 5 is 5. So my vertex is at 4, 5, which is going to be right here. But I'm going to put that in my table of values, and I'm going to start in the middle. 4, 5. I'm going to start in the middle because I'm going to be plotting values to the left. So I'm going to go down to 3 and to 2, and up I'm going to go to 5 and to 6. One thing I could do in this case is maybe just double check to see if I have an x-intercept, sorry, a y-intercept when x is 0, but we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, when x is 2, f of x, 2 minus 4 is negative 2, negative 2 squared is positive 4, the negative makes that a negative 4, plus 5 gives me 1. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Negative 1 squared is positive 1. The negative out front turns it negative again. Negative 1 plus 5 is 4. When x is 5, 5 minus 4 is 1. 1 squared is 1. Negative 1 plus 5 is 4. And when x is equal to 6, 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 squared is 4. The negative out front here, always present, gives me a negative 4 plus 5 is 1. So now I have my table of values, 2, 1, 3, 4, 4, 5. Of course, I've already plotted my vertex, 6, 1. So I can see that my parabola goes in here, and the arrows are used to indicate that it continues off in that direction. And you can see that the negative out front did indeed turn my parabola upside down. A quick way to remember that some people like to use is if it's a negative x squared. Well, if it's negative and you're feeling negative, you're pretty much like that, and a negative value out in the coefficient of x squared gives you a frowny face. If you're feeling positive, however, then you look a bit more like this. And so a positive coefficient of x squared gives a graph that looks like a smiley face. So a little way to remember it: the negative and the positive tell you if you think of the mouth shape, that'll tell you which way your parabola goes.